What's up, team? We're continuing our series on the front squat today by talking about 3 ways that you can improve your front squat technique if you have some limiters or some fault displacements in your movement patterns that we want to try to address. One of the first things that we typically see in athletes that struggle with the front squat is stiffness through the ankles. That can be caused by a tight heel cord, some joint stiffness, some sliding surface issues, whatever it is. But we want to try to diagnose if the ankle limitation is causing some of the other things that we see with, a rounded back, maybe some elbows that aren't being able to get more upright. So that's where we want to start. And today, what I'm going to show you is, in the absence of something like lifters, which are a great tool for improving your front squat or your Olympic lifts, we can elevate the heels to take out the stiffness in the ankles by using a plate. So I've got a 25-pound plate here in front of me, and you can see as I put my heels up on the plate, makes it really easy for me to sit down into the deep portion of the squat. It's gonna make it a lot easier for the torso to be upright and help us get into some better shapes for the elbow position and everything like that. This is probably about a 2-inch raise, which is maybe a little more than what you might get out of some lifters. So if you wanna start small, you can do like a 10-pound plate or a 15-pound plate, depending on how thick it is. But the 25 for me is a really good height to get us nice and deep into the squat. My knees are in full flexion, my ankles are kind of taken out of the equation altogether. This is our first step, and if you can get into a better front rack shape with your barbell by being in here, this is a good place to start. If you still struggle with getting the elbows up or with the shoulder starting to round in the front squat, we move into some of our different drills to see if we can address some missing rotation in the shoulder or activation of the muscles to get us into that front rack shape. So from here, while you're sitting in the bottom of your squat with your heels elevated or with some lifters, you can grab a moderately heavy kettlebell and simply just rest your elbow on one of your knees on either side. I would just do one kettlebell at a time. And now you're in this opened up shape where the kettlebell is starting to move the shoulder into some external rotation. This is a little bit of a missing link for a lot of people if we can't rotate the shoulder out. This is gonna add some overpressure, and it's a really good shape for us to get into if we wanna try to improve that aspect of our front squat. From here, if you are struggling with the activation of keeping the elbows up when you're in the bottom of your squat, you can now keep the overpressure of the kettlebell, but then fight through that by moving the elbow forward and back and seeing if you can maintain that activation with an upright torso and being deep in the bottom of this squat position. This kind of stuff is helpful for diagnosing maybe where some of your missing links are when it comes to these shapes, and useful for warm-ups if you're gonna warm up for the front squat. Try these things out, see what you might benefit from the most, and then go immediately into your front squats right after that. Get a PVC pipe, get an empty barbell, test your range, and see if some of this stuff makes it feel a little bit better. Give one or all of those a shot as you prepare and warm up for your next front squat session, and then I'll catch you guys in the next part where we're gonna talk about joint mobilizations for some of the areas that might be a little bit sticky, so you can improve your positions and get better results out of your front squats. I'll see you guys in the next video.